Hi, Gilbert. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this short testimonial with us.
Thank you, Eva. Nice joining you.
Great stuff. So, Gilbert, can you share with us a little bit about what was your life before you started thinking into results? What were you up to? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Before TIR, okay, my name is Gilbert and I stay in Zimbabwe. And before TIR, I'm an entrepreneur. I've had my fair share of employment, but I've always been inclined to do my own things, and working for someone has never been something that I was so comfortable with. So I was into a lot of small businesses. Anything that would make money, I would jump into without second guessing. But I kept on bumping into bad partnerships.
Yeah.
It was one bad thing after the other, and I never got to understand why it was like that. And so I started TIR through my friend. I've got a friend of mine called Anson.
Yes.
He works in Afghanistan. So me and Anson have been brothers since high school, and he constantly told me. I don't know how he found out about BobProctor and how he found out about TIR and so forth. And so constantly, whenever I would communicate my problems with him, he would constantly advise me and give me tasks to do. Till he got so fed up and told me, "Hey, you know what you need to do? You just need to sign up for this beautiful course. I'm sure your life is never going to be the same again." At first, I was a bit skeptical because financially, having a financial paradigm, I wasn't prepared for that. But me trusting Anson that he would not lead me into anything to destroy me, I decided, okay, I was going to join in with the last bit of money that I had in my pocket. And so I signed up for TIR, and things took off so fast. I can't even start telling you the different types of wins and the different types of areas my life has improved to date.
So brilliant. So I'd love to just ask you to share some of the biggest results that you've seen. If you can share with us, what are the biggest things that have happened for you so far?
Okay, I'll share with you the major ones. I've enjoyed quite a lot of them. Some of them might seem minor, but they're really major to me because I wasn't that type of a person before. And so I'll share with you maybe three of the major wins that I had in my life ever since I joined TIR. The first one was my relationship with my wife. Our marriage was more or less like we drive each other up the wall each and every day, and it was more of like an argument routine. It became more of a habit that would argue over simple and the smallest things. Whenever I do TIR, whenever I would go inside of my office and switch on my lessons, or even if I go quietly, sit on the sofa to read, she would walk out and she would be up and down. And my greatest desire was to see me and her sitting down together, listening and sharpening up our minds. That wasn't happening. And that would that would drive me up the wall constantly. But I never looked back. I continued doing my worksheets. I continued doing my work. And as soon as results started coming in, as soon as I started understanding how the mind was, how we were built with this beautiful weapon called the mind, and it initiated the whole process inside of me, it's only when then she bought into the whole deal. And if I can tell you that today we've got the most beautiful relationship. We got married again once that happened. I would literally say that because it wasn't really about that in the beginning. And we're blessed with two beautiful kids, and it's the most amazing part of my life. And I thank the whole process of TIR that it brought me more to know myself. Therefore, I can now control myself and control different circumstances outside of myself.
Very good.
Due to me being in a position to control my mind. And I never used to know about mind work and how the subconscious and the conscious mind works. And so I really recommend, I really commend TIR for putting me into that zone and into that mind frame, that now I'm more of a happily married man, and I'm so grateful that I ever met my wife in the first place. It all made sense. And that is one, on a personal level, the major win that took place in my life. And on a professional level, I run a microfinance company, which started way before TIR. It started off as an idea, which me as an entrepreneur, I thought maybe, okay, let me give it a shot. And all I wanted in my mind was, I've worked in a bank before, so when the moment comes, when the idea came to me that I could give out loans in exchange for holding people's phones and cell phones and laptops and motor vehicles as collateral, not meaning that it's anything new, but when it hit me as an idea, it sort of snowballed into something magnificent. Me and my partner, we got a $10 million facility from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe at the worst period of the country. So that was my major goal. As soon as I stepped my foot into TIR, as you guys took your time to teach us on how to set up goals, worthy goals, what we really want. And so one of my major goals was to have that kind of a credit facility in line so that I could grow my business. And I'm happy and so grateful that the $10 million facility, we signed the agreement, is there. Though it has got its own set of conditions, it's not like I have it in my pocket or in my account right now, but the biggest win there is that it's aligned now to what I've always wanted in my life. And those are two of my major ones.